Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Ryan with the Game Conquerors, and I am playing Diddy Kong Racing today. This is the first video on our channel that we've ever done with just one person, and I'll explain why I'm doing that in a minute, but yeah, this is a great game, Diddy Kong Racing. And I'm going to get started here. I'm going to choose Tiptup. That was always my favorite character back in the day when I used to play this. And we're going to start a new adventure. So basically what I'm doing here, the reason I'm starting this is just because we're going to record this game for our list in a couple of days. Oh, I have to have 3 initials? Okay, there we go. Game Conquerors. That is not how you spell Conquerors. I don't know why I thought Conquerors was spelled with a Q. Alright, the Game Conquerors with a Q is how we're going to spell it today. Anyway, so like I was saying, the reason I'm recording this is just because we're going to be recording this for our top 100 list in a few days, and I wanted to unlock some stuff. So I figured I would just go ahead and record my playthrough of Diddy Kong Racing. So thanks for joining me. In case you haven't ever played this game, it's really awesome. It's right on par with Mario Kart 64. Does some things better, some things a little worse, but great game that probably not as many people played back then. And this is one of the really cool things about it, is that it has kind of story mode. So that's what I'll be playing through right now. So this is not a speedrun by any means. Like, I haven't practiced to do speedruns on this type of game, and I've watched some people do them, and they're pretty insanely amazing. But I do kind of want to see how fast I can get through it, because I used to play this game a lot as a kid. So I'm kind of interested just to see how fast I can do it. Oh, I'm supposed to switch to my plane. Sorry. I'm getting distracted because I'm talking. But, yeah, kind of want to see how fast. One time, my sister, this is a few years ago, long after the N64 glory days, you know, she decided to buy an N64, or I think she had one or something. And anyway, so she got a copy of Diddy Kong Racing because she loved it as a kid also. We used to play it together. And she realized that you had to unlock stuff, which she had forgotten about. And she was having a hard time doing it, so she called me. She's like, hey, can you just come over and unlock everything for me? And I was like, all right. So I went over there, and like, I pretty much beat the whole game and unlocked everything in like 2 to 3 hours. And I was actually really impressed that I was able to do that, because I hadn't played the game since, you know, 10 years ago when I was a kid. So I was actually really surprised I was able to do that. So that's kind of part of the reason I wanted to record, just to see how fast I can get through it. But, well, getting stuck on things isn't helping my time at all. Yeah, but I used to play this game a lot. This was actually, I think this game came with our Nintendo 64. It was in a bundle. And so this was, for a long time, the only game we had. And it was, throughout our time having an N64, this was one of the favorite games of my sisters and me, so. Alright, let's see if my skill is held up. Got the big boost. Oh yeah, the keys. So I don't remember a lot of stuff about this. I do remember you have to beat every track, and then you have to come back and do like a silver coin run. So what happens is, after you've beat, I don't know if it's after you beat all the tracks or after you beat just like all the tracks for one world, you unlock a silver coin challenge. I think it's after you beat everything. You unlock a silver coin challenge, and if you collect all the silver coins, which I think there's 8 in every course, you collect all the silver coins and place in first, which is pretty difficult on some of them. Then you unlock TT, which is another character, another racer, and he's the fastest, and yeah, he's the fastest. So he's, oh, I missed that zipper. But yeah, he was cool. But yeah, Tiptup was always my favorite, regardless of the fact that TT was easily the best. probably, if I'm going for speed, should be getting blue balloons for the boosters instead of the missiles. I wasn't thinking about that. Oh, come on, just hurry up. Am I gonna have to do this on every single one? Yeah, so what you do here, you go through each race, you collect the balloon for each one, and you have to collect all the balloons to go race Wizpig, who is wreaking havoc in the Diddy Kong racing world. And if you beat Wizpig, I think he looks like a space pig or something. He came from space or whatever. And once you beat him, you kick him out of your happy little town here. This is back in the days when games came with, like, you know, they came with manuals, real manuals, not like EULAs. You know, they came with manuals that actually had like story background and stuff. And I kind of miss that. You know, it's our fault as gamers that that doesn't happen anymore, because we didn't read it, and I'm sure, you know, developers and publishers, you know, took surveys and whatnot to determine whether it was worth the cost to continue publishing those, and they found that, you know, nobody reads them, so they don't do it anymore. But, you know, it was actually really cool to have some backstory. I remember this one had, like, it talked about, oh, man, I don't remember it very well now. I remember it talked about, like, something happened. I think it was the tiger, what's his name? Timber? Is it it's either Timber or Timber. Anyway, I think he was the first one that, like, something happened with, like, Wizpig came and messed with him, and so he went to talk to Diddy Kong, and told him, hey man, Wizpig's here, you gotta help me out. And I think they tried to recruit Donkey Kong or something, but he was busy or whatever, like, it talks about that, and then, like, they recruit all their friends to come and race to get rid of Wizpig. It was pretty cool. I liked it. It's cool to have a little background to your games. Although I guess now maybe part of the reason they don't do it anymore is just because developers are able to put more story into the game itself. Oh, I can skip that now. Oh, so there's TT. That's the guy that... Oh, I didn't mean to call him over.
Hi there, I'm TT.
But this is the guy that you unlock when you do all the silver coin challenges. So, a little piece of trivia. So on legit speedruns of this game, if you've never seen one, it's insane. Like, the way they come out of the... Like, when I go into those doors to start a race, the way these speedrunners come out of there, like, they know the perfect angle that they need to go to get into the next door, like, as fast as possible. It's amazing. Speedruns of N64 games, I think, are by far the most impressive of any speedruns I've seen. Games like this, like Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie. Pretty impressive. Although Dark Souls is also really impressive when they speedrun that. Anyway, looks like... Oh, dang it. Just as I'm about to say, looks like I'm still pretty good at this game, I crash on a corner and lose all my momentum. That's what I get. Oh, look. It's my little friends. So I guess I'll go ahead and explain some basic mechanic. Oh, I'm done already? Man, it's right behind second place right there. I'll explain some basic mechanics of this game. So, you know, if you've ever played any kart racing game, it's very similar as far as driving goes. One thing that's cool is right here, we're in planes. There's some levels that you race in planes, others you race in hovercrafts on the water, and then of course car, which we've seen. But so that's really cool. It adds a lot of variety. And then when you play just like regular racing, you know, not the adventure mode that I'm doing now, a lot of tracks will let you pick any one of the vehicles that you want to use. So racing against your friends, you can do, you know, one person in a plane, one in a hover, one in a car, or however you want to mix and match that. So that was always cool. Other things, so I'm sure you've noticed I've been picking up power-ups. They don't work exactly like Mario Kart does. So in this one, there's different colored balloons, and they all have different things. And you know what you're going to get when you pick it up. Whereas, you know, in Mario Kart, it's a question mark block, and you never know what you're going to get, and it depends on what place you're in. You know, if you're in first place, you don't get as good of items as you do if you're in last place or further back. But in this one, you know what you're going to get. And the interesting thing is, if you collect 2 or 3 of the same color balloon in a row, you get a stronger version of that power-up. So like right now, if you look on my bottom left, I've got just the basic boost. If I come and get this blue one, now it's turned blue, that's the double, and then this is the triple. And so that one will give me a lot more boost like that, and it's actually kind of hard to control on the plane. But yeah, and there's also these zippers, which are not, well, I think they were added to Mario Kart after Mario Kart 64. I remember they were in Double Dash. I don't know about the Wii version. Or is there Mario Kart Wii U already? I don't know. I don't really follow much of the Wii U. It's kind of a dead console to me. But anyway, yeah, there's those zippers. And one thing about those that a lot of people who maybe played this game maybe don't even know is that if you let go of the A button, the accelerate button, just before you hit it, you actually get a stronger boost. So there's a lot of, this game has a lot of subtlety to it in the challenge, or in the difficulty, I guess. And oh, I missed that boost. Same with the boost at the beginning. There's like a light one and there's a strong one. So if you're able to get the big boost, you're off to a much better start. I remember these bosses actually being pretty tough. Oh shoot, my button didn't work to boost. Totally threw me off. Alright, buddy. There's a shortcut coming up here. I'm not exactly sure where it is. And so you'll see that with those missiles, that first one I shot was a homing missile, and that's because I'd picked up the 2 red balloons. And the second one I shot there was a just a standard, so I missed him. Oh shoot, here's the shortcut right here. Oh no, don't go off, don't go off. Okay, good. Oh shoot, 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 shoot. I was afraid I was going to go off the edge there. I think you instantly lose if that happens. He's behind me now, you can see on my little mini-map. Ah, shoot. I'm still pretty good at this game, but I'm definitely not as good as I used to be. Not saying I was ever anything amazing, but I was pretty good. Well done, kid. Okay, yeah, so it's after you beat each boss, they unlock the silver coin challenges. So the Dino Domain I remember is pretty easy. It's usually the ones when it gets to the hovercraft levels that I find pretty difficult. Thanks for that tip, I've been doing that the whole time. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the hovercraft ones. In my opinion, just driving a hovercraft in general on this game is significantly more difficult than a car or a plane. So when you add the silver coin challenges, they can get pretty tough. Oh yeah, so another thing, those bananas. If you're used to bananas being bad on Mario Kart, or the banana peels, I guess, well, this game is different in that bananas actually speed you up. You know, it's Diddy Kong, so bananas are good. So each 2 bananas you're holding adds speed to your cart up to 10 bananas. So you want to, as quickly as possible, pick up 10 bananas. And then you may have noticed just a minute ago there I got shot and I actually dropped 2. So every time you take some kind of damage like that, you'll drop 2 bananas. So that's another part of the strategy that a lot of people probably don't even realize that have played this. I know I played it for a long time before I realized that they actually were significant. I knew that they did something, I knew that they sped you up, I think, but I didn't realize how significant of a boost it really was. So if I was going for a true speedrun here, I'd probably want to make sure I got 10 bananas pretty close to immediately. Oh man, I tried to do that speed run, enter the door thing, but I'm not very good at it yet. But yeah, if you can, the faster you get those 10 bananas, obviously the faster you will, oh shoot, be able to finish the course. Let's grab, oh, good, I thought I missed it. The hitboxes on those are pretty wide. Oh, I missed that one. I don't think so, Conquer. So one interesting factoid about this game, if you haven't seen our Conquer video, where I already explained it, is that this was, I want to say this was Rare's first game on the 64, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But I will go for it. I think this was their first game. If not, it was the first game that a lot of these classic Rare characters appeared, such as Banjo. It's the first time Banjo ever existed was on this game, and then, you know, of course, he went off to spawn his own series of excellent games. A lot of people like to say that Kazooie is also in the game because Banjo's wearing his backpack. Sure. I guess Kazooie's in the game because Banjo's wearing his backpack. Technically, even though you never see her. Kazooie's a girl, by the way, if you didn't know that. But yeah, this is Banjo's first ever appearance. This is also Conker's first ever appearance. In our Conker video, we had some debate about that, whether he had first appeared on the Game Boy Color game, and I actually looked that up, and that's not true. This was his first ever appearance in Diddy Kong Racing. So, obviously it's not Diddy's first appearance. He, as far as I know, first appeared in Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. But I think it is his first time in a starring role. So congratulations to Diddy. You know, the really amazing thing is that I actually remember where most of these coins are without having to search for them. I've got most of them down. I really can't believe how well you can remember, maybe it's just me, but I assume it's most people that, you know, played games as a kid, how well you, oh shoot, when you go in water it's really bad. But most people that play games as kids, I think, are able to remember where things are so easily, and you know, you never really lose your skill at games you played as a kid, which I don't find true anymore. Like, games that I play a lot as an adult, I don't feel like I maintain my skill as well as these games I played as a kid. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Totally forgot. Alright, let's just pretend like I didn't say anything. Oh, almost got her. I didn't even know she was there. So that little mouse's name is Pipsy. P-I-P-S-I, Pipsy. Or maybe it's, I think it's P-I-P-S-E-Y. Anyway, I remember my little sister, she was probably like 4 when we used to play this game. Maybe a little older. But that was her favorite character, of course, because it's a cute little girl mouse. And she always thought her name was Pepsi, and we would always tease her about it. I think one of these coins is on that outside of that that little wall I just passed on at the very beginning. So if you've seen our Sonic All-Stars video, you'll think I'm a pretty terrible kart racer. But hopefully this has redeemed me a little bit. I actually can control a kart racing game pretty well if it's something I've actually played before and know the tracks. That's something that it's a genre, is racing games, I think, are severely underrepresented on our list, our top 100 list. There's actually a few genres on there that are severely underrepresented, and I suppose it's just because, you know, they're not our favorites. As much as we joke about it, it's not an end-all be-all list. Be-all end-all? I think it's be-all end-all, right? A be-all end-all. End-all be-all? I don't remember. Anyway, it's not the list to end-all lists. Although I think it's a really good list, it definitely has a lot of holes. I don't think there's a single sports game on it. Spoiler alert. I'm probably not supposed to be saying this stuff. But I don't think there's a single sports game on the list. There's only a few racing games. I don't think there's any serious racing games, just some kart racing games. So you've already seen Diddy Kong, and there will be at least one more kart racing game. Spoiler alert. Let's see it. I know RPGs and FPS are really well represented there. There's quite a few puzzle games and strategies, and there's some JRPGs. I think we... Oh, also a lot of survival horror on there. Dan's a big survival horror fan, so it got its fair shake. A lot of stealth games, a lot of action games, adventure games. But, yeah, racing games definitely underrepresented. Sports games. I'm trying to remember, there's a few other genres that really aren't on there very much. Although, to be fair, granted, this is my opinion, but I really don't think racing and sports games are quite on the same tier as other video games, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like there can be a really good racing game, and there are really good racing games, and there are really good sports games, but it's just, I guess it's not as much of a video game as, you know, your classic kind of adventure games and stuff. It's more like, almost like you have to have other interests besides gaming to be into those kind of games, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I just feel like they're not, it's just not quite the same, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but they're just not quite the same. Ah, I'm gonna lose now. Oh, I'm super gonna lose now. Forget it. Oh, he's gonna let me win, okay. I'll take it. Slows down for you at the end. Guess he got tired. Well done, kid. Oh, thank you. Will do. So the trophy challenge is the equivalent to the Mario Kart Grand Prix of each world. So I think I'll go ahead and knock out that trophy challenge, and then I'll call it an episode. Piece of the magical amulet. 3 more to go. So I guess I'm a quarter of the way done, right? Is that how that works? Trophy challenge? I think this is it. Burp. Yes, please. I don't remember if you have to get all the trophies to beat this. I'm pretty sure you do. I don't know why they'd be in here if you didn't. But I'll do it. Get ready. Go! Oh, I missed it again. Man, I'm terrible at that right now. I usually don't miss that. So there's Banjo. Good old friend Diddy right there. And give Banjo a little shot in the back. Oh, come on, Banjo. Get up here. There you are. Boom! There's Timba. That's the guy that starts the whole thing. Little tiger dude. What's up, buddy? I remember thinking he was really cool when I was a kid. I was like, man, he's cool. I want to be like him. So our favorite way to play this, my sisters and I, when we were young, was to turn on... this game had a lot of cheats. They called them magic codes. And our favorites was one that was called Off-Road. And it lets you drive on the grass without slowing down. You'll see right now this is slowing me down a lot. But it would let you drive on the grass and the dirt without slowing down, so that we really liked that. We thought it was fun. And also the free-for-all code. And what that did is when you picked up any balloon, it would automatically give you the maximum power-up. So that was cool, because every time you got a red balloon, you got 10 missiles instead of 1. Every time you got a blue balloon, you got a huge boost. Green balloons I haven't used much. They're not really that useful, I don't think. But they drop things behind you instead of like shooting things in front of you. So the basic is like an oil slick, and then or if you're in a plane, it's actually like a gas cloud. I'll see if I can get them all here, but this is the oil slick version, and then the next one is a spike ball you can drop, and the final one is a bubble. And the bubble's actually pretty cool, because if you get caught in it, let's see if I can get somebody here. Yeah, oh, I missed it. But yeah, if you get caught in it, it actually stops your momentum, and you just kind of float there for a couple seconds. Although the AI kind of cheats. When the AI gets caught in a bubble, they don't really lose their momentum. Like, it slows them down a bit, but when you get caught in a bubble as a player, you're like stopped, dead stopped, and you just kind of float there for a second or two. But the AI keeps a lot of their speed, keeps going. There's a spike ball there. And then the last balloon is it's the purple ones, and that's like a shield. So each level is just a longer duration. And I don't think the first version damaged other players when you hit them, but definitely the final version, and I think the second version will, if you're using it, it will make other players spin out if you touch them. Oh, come on, Tiptup, get it together, buddy. So Mario Kart 64 obviously is the direct competitor of this game. I don't know, is it a competitor? If Rare was like a second-party Nintendo developer, I don't know, but definitely similar games. So just in my opinion, like, I think they're both great, and I think they both deserve to be played and deserve to be recognized as excellent games. And both should, I think, to be able to have the complete Nintendo 64 experience, you have to have played both, because they both do things well, and each one does some things better than the other. And so some of the things that I think this game does really well is a lot of the tracks are more interesting, I think. Mario Kart has some really great tracks also, but I don't know, these ones, they have a little more soul, I feel like, a little more character to them. I also think this game looks a little better than Mario Kart does. If you remember Mario Kart 64, it's actually, if you've played it within recent memory, it's actually like, it just doesn't look very good. Like, I think they use sprites for the characters, because they're very like static. They're not like really nicely animated like these guys are. I'm pretty sure they were just sprites that they used. Yeah, knocking this out. So I think this game looks a lot better. The one thing I think Mario Kart definitely does better, without a question, is the weapons. Like, the weapons and pickups and items are definitely more creative and more just kind of more fun, you know, like they're more fun to use. These ones are just your standard kart racing fare, you know. You got a boost, you got a missile, you got drops, you know, obstacles, I guess, and a shield. That's standard fare for kart racing games. Nothing really exciting or creative about it. Whereas Mario Kart, you know, like, everything in there is stuff that kind of fits into the classic Mario universe. You've got, you know, your turtle shells, and you got different kinds of shells which are more or less powerful. You've got your, I guess lightning wasn't ever in anything before Mario Kart, but the lightning's really cool, and you got the star, and you've got mushrooms. So, and you know, they do kind of the same thing. The turtle shell is basically equivalent to a missile in this game, and a mushroom is equivalent to a blue balloon, but they're just more creative and kind of more fun. So that's one thing I definitely think they do better. Also, like, I don't know, I guess just because it's Mario in the classic Mario universe, the characters are kind of cooler, just because you know everyone's familiar with them and knows who they are, whereas these guys, this is the first time any of these guys besides Diddy Kong ever showed up. I guess technically Crunch, the alligator guy there at the bottom left, not him specifically, but his race had appeared previously in Donkey Kong games, so. But anyway, got my trophy. And I think that will wrap it up for today. So thanks for joining me, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, this is the battle. Okay, I'm not gonna do this now, but this is where you have to do a little battle type thing for another balloon. So look forward to that next time. It's coming, and I'll see you guys later.